Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions. And today you're going to get a lot of opinions because you asked for it and you're going to get it, okay? You ask and you shall receive. Listen, Linda, listen, okay? Y'all asked me to watch this ridiculous 90 Day Fiance, okay? And I did. Because I asked you guys in my video yesterday, I was like so confused. I'm like, okay, there's 23 seasons. I think there's 9 seasons actually of 90 Day Fiance. I was like, now I knew the whole idea behind 90 Day Fiance, right? But I was like, okay, there's like, this is the 10th season of 90 Day Fiance. Are they all new couples? Are they blah, blah, blah? Well, apparently there's 90 Day Fiance, okay? Then there's 90 Day Fiance, divorced, got married 5 times again. Then there's 90 Day Fiance, our forever relationship. Then there's all these spin-offs of the show. Just like Life After Lockup, there's Love After Lockup, there's all these different, okay, Lust After Lockup, there's all these different spin-offs. It is not good enough just for there to be, you know, one Big Brother. There has to be Celebrity Big Brother this, Big Brother. There is not just good enough for there to be, you know, one. The Amazing Race has it all figured out, right? Or is there more than one Amazing Race? I don't know, but I can't keep up with all these shows. I'm literally watching, I mean, no lie, I'm watching about 17 TV shows a week right now, right? And I'm absolutely living for it. I'm loving it. So anyway, I asked in my video yesterday, I said, okay, I'm confused because I started watching 90 Day Fiance, but it seems like I'm kind of coming into the middle of a lot of these stories, right? So, because I had recorded it, I'm recording all his shows now. It's driving my husband crazy. Our DVR is filled with all his reality shows that he don't watch. But he is going to watch House of Villains with me because he's real excited about that one. He's like, oh, this looks good. This looks like Bad Girls Club. I was like, I know. It looks like Bad Girls Club, doesn't it? So anyway, always thinking, right? Do you miss that oh God, I miss that Bad Girls Club so much. That was such a good TV show. Oh my God, it was so good, wasn't it? But anyway, so I recorded it and I started watching it. But whenever I say recorded it, like I always say like I taped it. My husband goes, what, on your VCR tape? Did you tape it on your VCR tape? I'm like, shut up, okay? Just shove it up your pie hole. But anyway, your pie hole. But anyway, so the other night I started watching it and I was like, I'm so confused by this show. Like, I think I'm coming into like this, all these storylines have been existing for like 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4 seasons now, right? So I mentioned it on my video yesterday and a lot of people commented and said, oh no, this is like an entirely new cast except for one couple. This Gina and Gino and Jasmine. Like other than them, like it's completely, you know, all new couples. And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, I'll give it a chance. So, now for those of you that don't know, on my Peter Does Stuff channel, we are watching all of the Halloween movies this October. All 13 of the Halloween movies. And today, I just announced a new series of movies that we're watching as well. So, just a little hint. Go. But anyway, so, very excited about that. So, I'm like watching these movies, watching these shows, having to keep up with all this kind of stuff, right? But I was like, all right, the people want me to watch 90 Day Fiance. Here's my Halloween cup. Do you see? Isn't it so cute? But I was like, okay, the people want me to watch 90 Day Fiance. Fuck it, I'll watch 90 Day Fiance. Listen, Linda. I'm so tired of the people, okay? And that means you out there watching this video. I am so tired of you people out there recommending these shows to me, okay? Recommending these shows to me like Bachelor in Paradise, and recommending these shows to me like The Golden Bachelor, and recommending these shows to me especially like Love After Lockup, alright? But now you want to recommend the show to me like 90 Day Fiance, okay? Which I go into it thinking, like this is going to be horrible, right? And I'm 20 minutes into this fucking show and I'm obsessed, okay? I'm like, oh my God, how have I missed the last 9 years of 90 Day Fiance? How have I missed all the spinoffs? Now I've got all these fucking spinoffs to catch up on too, okay? Because there's The Last Resort, which is apparently all these couples that they just can't make it work, so they have to go to this last resort because they have to be on a reality TV show because they made their whole life about being couples on reality TV shows. That's really what it is. I need to get on a fucking reality TV show. Can somebody sign me up for someone on one of these reality... Find me the perfect reality show and sign me up because I want to be a reality superstar and just the rest of my life be about reality TV shows. Okay, that's what they all do. You know, they go on The Bachelor, then they go on The Bachelorette, then they go on The Golden Bachelor, then they go on the, well, I mean, when you age out, right? Then they go on Bachelor in Paradise, and they go on, you know, I don't know, a Bachelor at the amusement park. Then they go, you know, Bachelor in Shitsville. I mean, it's like all of it. It's always like, you know, spin-offs. And then, you know, it's like the real world, then the real world, then the real world, then the real world challenge, and the challenge real world, then Big Brother, then X on the Beach, then Love Island X. I mean, it's like, that's all they do is these reality shows. They're smart. Like, they are so smart, you know? God, I wish I had thought about this years ago. Oh my God. No wonder none of them bachelors and bachelorettes ever settle down. Because why would you? If you settle down, that means the end of your fucking reality TV career. Y'all are so stupid, okay? Out there that are like, give them a rose. They don't want a fucking rose, okay? And none of them couples last anyway. They're divorced in a year or two. There's like 2 couples that have made it, you know, out of all them bachelors and bachelorettes. We don't watch it for the rose. We watch it for the fucking drama. You know you do. You know you do. Don't even start with me and act like you watch all this shit because you want them to fall in love forever. You don't want them to fall in love forever. You want 2 girls fighting in the bathroom pulling each other's hair over some dude. That's what you want. That's what I want. That's why I watch this shit, right? Okay, let's be clear on this now, right? So, I'm watching this reality, this 90 Day Fiance, okay? Which, translated, they should call, I don't even know what this is, the K1 visa or something. Is this visa, like, they all got it, right? So is this visa, like, something where you, like, you get engaged and then you're going to come over and you get 90 days? Is the visa built into the show? Because they all talk about this visa on the show, right? So I'm very confused about this. But is this where, like, you get, like, 90 days to decide if it's going to work or not, and then if not, like, you go home? Like, I'm confused about this whole thing. They all talk about the visa, right? Okay. So I'm watching this thing, and I'm watching these couples, and none of these couples really seem like they're that in love with to me, and none of these couples really seem like they know that much about each other, which I guess is kind of the draw of the 90 Day Fiancé, except that they've been having these online relationships for 20 years, okay? And I'm kind of like, see, do y'all not watch Catfish? Like, I mean, this is the thing. I don't watch Catfish no more. I guess I should start watching it, you know? People used to tell me when my hair started going white that I look like, not that Neve, you know, but his partner. I can't remember what his name was, but that I look like that guy with the white hair. But anyway, I used to watch Catfish back in the day. I love that show. But these people be having these relationships, and they're like, oh, we've been dating for 10 years. And I'm like, watching the show, and they're like, yeah, we've never met in person, but we have like 7-hour FaceTime calls. Who the fuck has 7 hours to sit on a phone right here and be like, oh my God, I love you so much. Can you show me your weenie? Oh my God, is that your cooch? Oh my God, your cooch looks so good. Who is doing that? That is so fucking weird. No. Okay, seriously, right now, like I'm telling you, I'm trying to save your life, Judy Smith. Judy Smith, if you are having a 7-hour conversation every day with somebody you have never met in 10 years, okay, you need to go tell them to get a real job and save up their money to buy a plane ticket to meet you, because there is something that is not right, okay? There is something so sketch about the fact that you've had a 10-year relationship with somebody that you've shown your cooch to on FaceTime calls, and they've shown their weenie to them and all that kind of stuff, but, like, you never met them in person except for maybe one time, okay, in passing at, you know, in an airport or something like that, and you don't know this person at all, except for maybe you, like, went home with them drunk in a bar when you were in Ecuador with them or something like that. You don't even know this person, okay? But you've had a 10-year relationship with them, I'd be like, no, that person probably has, I don't know, 2 wives, 15 kids, 4 divorces, and don't have a job, okay? That's what I'd be thinking in my head. And they're like, oh my God, they're going to change my life forever. It's my forever person. I'm like, you don't even fucking know this person, okay? And now you can see, hook, line, and sinker, I am fucking pulled into this show, okay? Because it is this bullshit that I'm pulled into. For example, let's get into these couples and let's read them for filth. Okay. So, there is Jasmine and Gina. Now, Jasmine and Gina have apparently been on this show before. I don't know about this. Jasmine is gorgeous, but she should be, because she's probably spent about $400,000, $300,000 on plastic surgery. She's had BBLs. She's had her breasts done. She's had everything done, okay? She don't lie about it. She's real honest about it. She's gorgeous. But anyway, she's 36 and Gino is 52. And Gino is from Michigan, Canton, Michigan, I think, and she's from Panama City, Panama, okay? This man, I'm just going to tell you right now, I am so confused about this story. Like, she's bringing her dog and everything to move to the United States from Panama because he's the love of her life. She tells her son, who's probably about 10 years old, that she's got to go there to marry Papa Gino. Is what her son's met him and stuff, and they apparently got along real well. She's got 2 kids. She's leaving her whole family, her 2 kids and everybody to go meet this guy. This guy treats her like such shit. Like, his sister-in-law sent her a message and doesn't even say, like, hey, how are you, Jasmine? Can't wait for you to come to the United States, whatever. Just says, don't get married on these days because we'll be in Florida. And she flips out, and he's like, you need to have more compassion for my family. I'm sitting there watching this scene, and that's when I was like, no, that would be the day that I was not coming to Michigan, okay? There ain't that much to see in Michigan either if you ain't on Lake Michigan. Trust me, okay? I used to go to Lake Michigan every single summer. Middle Michigan is not all that, okay? It's like the middle of Indiana, fucking cornfields. I live in Indiana, I can say that, and I should know, okay? Corn is as high as an elephant's eyes, my mom used to say, like, from that movie Oklahoma. But anyway, or the play or whatever, Oklahoma. But we ain't talking about Oklahoma, we're talking about Indiana, we're talking about Michigan. That's where Gino lives, okay? So, Gino talks so bad to this woman, and I feel so bad for her now. I don't know, apparently he cheats on her, and she comes to the United States, and she finds this lip gloss in his car and all this kind of stuff. So, it's gonna really heat up, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But they're a mess of trouble. So, anyway, here they are right there. Do you see them? That's Jasmine and that's Gina. Okay. Then there's Sophie and Robert. Sophie is 23 and Robert is 32. Now, Sophie is she was brought up in Spain and now she lives in London. And he lives in LA, and not a great part in LA. And he even says that on the show. He's like, I don't live in the greatest part of LA and all this kind of stuff. And so, she grew up very wealthy and is used to maids and everybody paying her bills and stuff like that. When they interview her, she doesn't seem to really care about all that kind of stuff, in all honesty, right? Although she wants him to kind of have like a job. He has like 3 odd jobs and whatever. He lives in this place that he don't even have an inside bathroom in his apartment. You got to like go outside and down through this walkway alley to go to the bathroom that looks like it don't even have a floor on it. Okay, I'm telling you right now, she stayed there for 3 months before and she's coming back. I'd stay there for 3 hours and be like, no, I'm getting a hotel, baby, okay? This ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. You call me bougie all you want, okay? Call me fucking bougie all you want. But I'm gonna walk out of somebody's studio-ass apartment, okay? With a Bunsen burner and a fucking sink that I gotta wash my hair in and my cooch and... and my dishes all in the same sink. And then I got to go outside, down an alley at 3 o'clock in the morning where some serial killer can murder me, okay? And sit on a toilet. That's what they say in Northern Indiana, toilets. And sit on a toilet where there's not even a floor for my feet to go on. Are you fucking kidding me? No, ma'am. I don't care how good looking this person is, okay? So... they're attracted to each other because they're both biracial and they share the same stories. And that part was real sweet to me. They actually both seem very, very sweet. But they're also kind of consumed with wanting to date good-looking people, right? Now, I don't know. I've never watched previous seasons of this before. But is this show trying to be real progressive or something? Because, like, she's sitting down having dinner with her friend, her girlfriend, before she moves to get married. They're all getting married, right? You know? And so, before she comes from London to the United States... she says to her friend, she goes, there's something else I haven't told him, okay? Well, we've already found out that this other contestant, I call them contestants on this show. Do they get married or not? That's the prize. I mean, it really isn't. Listen, no. I've been married for 12 years and with my husband for 15. Okay, it's a lot of fucking work. Okay, these people wanting to get together in 90 days and think it's going to be fairy tale. It ain't no fairy tale. It's a lot of fucking work. It's worth it. I'm so proud of my marriage, okay? But listen, it's not worth it. I mean, no, it is worth it, but it's not 90 days, okay? It's a lot of work is what I'm trying to say when y'all are fighting over should you have pizza or Chinese food. I'm just telling the truth, okay? Anyway, let alone you're trying to fight over if you're going to have Chinese food or pizza and you're standing in their studio apartment where you got to wash your cooch and your dishes and go down an alley where you could get murdered while you're pooping on the toilet at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? No, ma'am, that ain't no marriage that I want to be having whatsoever. And he's like, oh yeah, can't you imagine like someday when we're telling our kids that we lived here? And I'm like, I can't imagine ever living there to begin with, okay? Not when you got 3 jobs and you spend half your time in the gym because you're sitting up there pumping it up trying to get swole for this gal that's coming over from London, okay? I don't know. Listen, I ain't trying to diss on somebody's deal, but, like, maybe, like, I don't know, move out of LA if it's too expensive, or, I don't know. I'm confused about the whole situation. So, anyway, But they actually kind of seems kind of sweet to me. I don't know what's going to happen. Apparently they showed that further in the season they're getting married, then she walks away or something like that. Her mom don't like him, but of course that's how it always is. Oh shoot, I just got out of this. Then there's Manuel and Ashley. Manuel's 34, Ashley's 31. She lives in New York and he lives in Ecuador. Now we haven't really met him yet because she's talking to her friends. She's a witchy poo kind of person. She reads like the tarot cards and talks to the moon. I was very confused about all of it. I do love me a good psychic or a medium though all day long, but she's kind of scaring me a little bit. She kind of reminded me of Elsa from the Real Housewives of Miami, where she's doing that stuff in the sand and the crystals and nobody really knows what she's doing. Like, she was doing all kinds of stuff, but then she was like reading this girl's tarot cards, and it was kind of like, I was like, are you a stand-up comedian or are you a tarot card reader psychic? Because, like, you're kind of laughing at her, and I was kind of confused about the whole thing. I kind of think she's kind of like one of those people that says she's a psychic, but she's not really a psychic, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, oh my god, I'm vibing with the moon and things like that. Let me wear this hippie skirt. I'm so vibing with the moon. Oh my god, I've been like a psychic since I was a kid, but she's not really a psychic. She's just one of those people that likes to go to those, like, new agey kind of stores and buy crystals and shit like that, but she ain't really a psychic, you know what I mean? I think we've all done that when we were 15. But, I mean, you maybe want to outgrow that a little bit. Not that I don't believe in witchy poo people, because I do. I totally do believe in witchy poo people all day long. I do, okay? Trust me, I pay enough money to witchy poo people to read my cards and things like that. Trust me, I believe them all day long. I'm just not really that sure that Ashley's one of those people, okay? Because I think if she were, she might see the scam coming a mile away on this guy, okay? I'm just saying. Because they showed some stuff about his family living in New York City that he's never mentioned before, and he won't tell his mom that he's coming to marry her. You didn't read that in your cards and your crystals and when you're talking to the moon girl? Okay, but she's real sweet and I like her friends and things like that. But we ain't really met him. She's having a panic attack. I feel so sorry for this girl. She's having a panic attack on her way to her airport, on the airport to pick him up, right? She ain't heard from him from hours. She's like worried that he got like stuck in immigration and things like that coming through. She's like all worried about this whole thing. She's having panic attacks, she's getting the dry heaves and everything in this car. I felt so bad for the girl. Actually, I think I'm joking about the witchy poo stuff, but she seems very sweet to me. But she does say to her friend, she's like, I always make bad decisions and I act like I didn't make them, and then like I back away and act like it never happened. And I'm like, okay, time to grow up, Ashley. It's time to grow up, okay? What these people all have, well, they have a reality TV show where they're making a lot of money, but they also got bad pickers, you know what I mean? Like, have you ever had, like, a friend that, like, they always want to say to you things like, oh, God, like, men just are the worst, right? Like, I've had 16 relationships, and, like, every man was horrible to me. They didn't treat me the way that I deserved to be treated. Like, they didn't treat me like gold. And you think to yourself, like, over a period of time, like, maybe, like, the first 2 to 3 guys, you're like, God, like, she really, like, these guys that she's with are just not good guys. Like, I hope that she finds a good guy. By the 6th or 7th guy, you're like... By the 8th or 9th guy, by the 16th guy, you're kind of like, is it her or is it him? Like, you know, like, is she maybe the one that's... All these guys are maybe like okay, and maybe my friend is the one that's kind of sketch behind the scenes, you know? It's like my friend Tanya Jean, she always says, like, if you're in a group of people, if you're in a group of women, she always says this, and every woman in that room is a bitch, that maybe you need to look in a mirror and point that finger back at yourself, because maybe you're the bitch. If every woman in the room is a bitch, then maybe you're the bitch, right? So, and I kind of believe that, true story, I did. But, you know, so, I don't know, but, like, you know, let's just grow up a little bit. Okay, so then there's Nick and Devin. Now, we ain't met them yet. Then there's Justin and Nikki, okay? Now, Nikki is Moldovan, and I can't pronounce the town that he's from. He's 36, Nikki is 47. Nikki is trans, and that's kind of like a lot of what she talks about. I feel like maybe they've been on the show before, but I'm not really sure. They've dated off and on for about 36 years, I think. She's gone to this, I can't pronounce this town to save my life, this Kikshek, Moldova or something like that, or whatever, where they don't like gay people, they don't like trans people and things like that. Anyway, so she came out and told him finally that she was trans, and he like freaked out. This was like when they were dating before, and then he went back, and then over the years, they like became friends again. Then she booked a trip to Mexico, and then they, like, reignited their love, and then they got engaged. But she's actually kind of smart with this. Before she gets him, because you can only apply for this K9 visa, K1, I don't know what it's called, visa, for them to move over here twice. And so, because he already did it once and it didn't work. So if they're going to do it again, she wants to make sure it's going to work. So she's planning on going back over to Moldova, whatever, Russia, and seeing him. But, like, the next episode is apparently, like, she's there and, like, they're really discriminatory against, like, LGBTQIA plus people, and she's, like, in a restaurant, and she says, I just got clocked, and things like that. So, I don't know, like, that story is interesting to me. It's interesting that they have, oh, this is what I was going to say, that Ashley girl, before she leaves the UK, she's having dinner with her girlfriend, she comes out and she says she's bisexual. And then they have a person on there that's trans, and I'm like, are they trying to be kind of progressive on the show? Like, have they not been like this before? Is this kind of, like, always a common thing? Let me know in the comment section below. But I did think it was cool that they had somebody that was bi on there, and they had somebody that was trans. I'm like, okay, we've got diverse stories on this show. Like, I like that, right? And she's very open. This Nikki is very open about her story. I love how open she is about it, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see. He's very good looking, by the way. Well, his name's not really Justin. I can't remember. His name is Igor, but she calls him Justin because he used to look like Justin Timberlake. Don't you love when people, like, say, oh, he looked just like this person and throw up their picture and they don't look nothing like... He never looked like Justin Timberlake. What did I say? Justin... Who did I say? I don't know, but he never looked like Justin Timberlake, girl. I'm sorry, okay? He just didn't. He's a good-looking guy, but he never looked like Justin Timberlake. Okay. And then Anali and Clayton... I don't know nothing about them. They're not on the show yet. Citra and Sam, they're not on the show yet. Apparently, though, that shows them next week. She's, like, Muslim, and he is, like, a sex freak, and he can't have sex with her until he's married, and he's, like, freaking out about it. They showed that for the scenes for next week. So, anyway, that's all of that. Hey! There's my male person. Love him so much. So that's all about 90 Day Fiancé. But I have to tell you, I am obsessed with this show so far. Okay? I am living for it. I am loving the 90 Day Fiancé. I don't know which one's my favorite couple so far, but we'll find out, won't we? Oh my god. This and Love After Lockup are probably my two favorite reality shows right now just because they're so trashy. I love them so much. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.